You have 2 minutes. Gazak spoke earlier. So this position is really important. We want to make sure that we don't want to lose King County in an election, right? So we want to make sure that all the systems are good in place and all ballots are counted. Thank you.
Sure, hello, my name is Chris Roberts. I'm running for King County Director of Elections. The job of election director is to do 2 things. First is to count your ballot, and second is to count your ballot impartially. I am a member of the Shoreline City Council. I am a state committee member from the 32nd Legislative District, and I taught elections and election law at the University of Washington and continue to follow those ballot access and election law developments across the nation. I want your vote to count. I want your mother's vote to count. I want your son's vote to count. And I want to make sure your neighbor's vote to count. I believe it's important to our democracy that we make it more convenient for everyone to cast their ballot and to register to vote. If elected to this position, I will work with the Secretary of State and county auditors to make sure that we pass legislation in Olympia that actually makes it more convenient to register to vote, that make it more convenient for you to actually cast your ballot. Within the department, what I want to see is I want to see neighborhood and regional voting centers, so that if you lost your ballot and if you need help translating your ballot, that you can go to a place within your neighborhood and cast your ballot. And you can talk to an election worker right there on election day. I know it's relatively easy here in Renton since you have the King County elections right there, but across the county, if you live in Enumclaw, it's a 2-hour bus ride right here in Renton to cast an accessible ballot. It is from Shoreline, you have to go to downtown Seattle, and if you live in North Bend, you have to go all the way to Bellevue. We need to have accessible voting centers within the community, and so that you actually have a chance to have help if you need it on election day. I think that will make it more convenient and make it more easy for people to vote on election day. I appreciate your endorsement. Thank you for giving me a couple minutes here. And if acceptable, I'll take any questions.
Yes. You mentioned expanding the reach of voting and making it easier for people. There's generally reluctance, especially among immigrant communities, to participate in the democratic process. Is there anything you feel this office could be doing to increase voter participation in those communities?
I definitely agree. I've been chair of the Native American Caucus of the State Democratic Party. I'm a member of the Choctaw Nation, and I know that we can do more to work on translating ballots. Right now, the current department web page is only translated in 2 languages. Spanish is not one of them, and so we need to do more to actually make it more convenient for people to vote. Also, again, going to translation, but also in terms of this director needs to be going out into the community. It needs to be going into the schools and actually promoting education. The League of Women Voters has lots of good material that can make it exciting for 16-year-olds or 17-year-olds to get excited about voting and to register to vote when the time comes. It also needs to be meeting with community groups and civic groups and political parties on a regular basis to talk about the election and what needs to happen so that there is broad dissemination of information with the Department of Elections.
Okay. Part of the issue is obviously voters. Part of the job is also how elections are run. There's been some concerns about voter deadlines, or not voter deadlines, I'm sorry.
Voter pamphlet deadlines?
Registration deadlines.
Yes.
Is there anything you would change in that area?
Registration deadlines or voter pamphlet deadlines?
Both, honestly.
Well, registration deadlines, I believe, are set by state law, and so it's really sort of a question of whether we want to change that. But in terms of voter pamphlet deadlines, I've been running across the county the last few days because a bunch of organizations want to provide information to their voters about who they support. And so we need to actually push that voter pamphlet deadline back so that people have more time to understand who the candidates are. The candidates have a better chance of actually putting the best information in the voters pamphlet to help the voters and to help educate the voters. And so yes, I think we need to definitely extend that time back and push it back. I think we also can do more of having, allowing candidates to do a video, local candidates do a video voters guide. So that they can sort of come to King County elections, have 3 minutes on sort of a blank screen and talk about why they want to run. These are things that can be done, and I hope will be done if I'm elected Director of Elections.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.